Welcome back once again. Ever since the information and news broke out that Fubara had withdrew from the gubernatorial race, of which Okechinda has now been declared as the APC flag bearer come 2027 for Rivers State governorship. Back to the brick house is now a nightmare for Fubara, following the fact that his residents, indigenes and supporters of Fubara has frowned towards his decision, that what must have made him to take this harsh decision of not returning. They thought that him decamping from PDP to APC would have led to what is making him to return back to the brick house. Now he has actually dashed their hopes on the air, and at this time so many persons are stating that this rumored information regarding Fubara's brother, who had picked the NDC gubernatorial form to contest in the general election. A lot of persons have rumored also that he is just a holder to Fubara. That time will come, Fubara will probably decamp from the APC to the NDC. Before that, so many persons have also stated that this particular Fubara's brother is a holder of this ticket for Fubara, that is the political plot that is undergoing. Some other persons are actually stating that if this happens, then Nyesom Wike is going to come real for him, because he has always and often stated that Fubara will not return back to the brick house. As we speak, Nyesom Wike has vowed, and he has made a very clear statement regarding Fubara, whether it is rumored or not. Remember, when the stakeholders decided to pick the APC gubernatorial form for Fubara, Nyesom Wike granted a press conference, and in that press conference, he stated that in as much as, assuming though not conceding, that they bought the form for Fubara, why didn't he reject it back to keep to the agreement they had with Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that very day? I'm going to be showing you what he stated. On the part of Fubara, he came out recently and made a statement, broke the silence, and decided to send a message across to Rivers State indigenous residents and his supporters, stating that he is going to do and complete all the projects that is within his custody. This statement was like a statement that he made to tell the masses that he is not returning back to the brick house. Listen attentively to him, and when we come back, I'll exactly show you what has happened, how Nyesom Wike has vowed and has taken a final decision regarding Fubara. As if that is not enough, I'm going to be showing you the chances of Fubara getting back probably from the APC to the NDC to take that ticket and stand firm to contest for the general election. Listen attentively to him, and when we come back, we'll continue.
I want to assure our people that, notwithstanding the situation of things, one thing that we have promised everyone is every good work that we have started, by the special grace of God, will continue and complete them. So we're in high spirits, and like we always say, Rivers first. We have always had these issues where the community will always, when they want to express their anger over some dissatisfaction of maybe some activities of the airport authority, they always block the airport road. And we thought in this modern society such actions are not necessary anymore, because whenever it happens, it affects the economic activity of the state. So we liaised with the community and created this bypass. The purpose of the bypass is so that the community can have this at their own way, their own entrance, while the airport will remain only for airport activity once these roads are completed. So we are here to check what they've done. So far, they've done about 65% of job, and they're also promising that before October, that the total project will be delivered.
Welcome back once again. I believe you've listened attentively to what Fubara, the executive governor of Rivers State, has just stated. You could even hear him clearly in that particular video. He's just laughing. Probably he does not know what it takes that the supporters, residents and indigenes of Rivers State, who have actually played all their role to make sure he returns back to the brick house, have all been dashed away. And he's busy smiling, and a lot of persons have reacted that this is not actually what is actually obtainable, because at this time Fubara does not understand what it takes. That all the supporters, both his loyalists likes of Chijoke Ihuo, likes of Sugar Mayor, likes of Edison Ehie, Okojombo and co, who worked tirelessly to make sure this man remains in seat. All their political career have just been dashed out at the hopes of this man returning back to the brick house. And at this time, since the rumor had it that the brother of Similai Fubara is a holder of that particular NDC ticket of Rivers State gubernatorial seat for Similai Fubara, as you could see on your screen, it is now clear that Nyesom Wike's camp decided to dish out this particular statement. As you could see, if Similai Fubara, that is, if he dares to decamp, I will impeach him and heaven will not fall. He must remain in APC. Wike says to Fubara. At this time, so many persons are looking at this particular statement. Is it actually coming from this camp of Nyesom Wike? Other persons have actually believed it, because even in as much as even if it is rumored that it's coming from his camp, there's every tendency that this is exactly what is playing out. Because when you look at the trajectory of the fact that Similai Fubara's loyalists, we are all screened out in the assembly seat, and Nyesom Wike's loyalists, we are all cleared and they are now holders of the assembly in their respective constituencies. Peradventure, or as God may have it, assuming though not conceding, Similai Fubara clings back to the governorship seat come 2027. It will be very much unbearable for him, because the assembly is not with him, the House of Rep is not with him, and the Senate is not with him. At that time, this particular statement of impeachment will be very, very viable. This is exactly what is happening, and this is the plot. Other persons have reacted that this may be the reason why Similai Fubara decided to withdraw, just to keep to the agreement, because it is obvious that Nyesom Wike's camp have now held him, firmly, that he cannot even escape from any route following the APC-PDP coalition. On the other part, when you look at this particular judgment issued by the Federal High Court, under if a candidate can decamp from a political party to conduct or to contest to other political party regarding what is actually happening, because there are a lot of mayhem happening within the APC and politicians are now decamping from APC to NDC. And NDC is a very, very smart party. They have stated it time without numbers. You could see on your screen that if you don't bring a validated document showing that you have resigned from APC, we cannot accept you in NDC. Now let's go through the court judgment. Federal High Court delivers judgment that now allows those that lost primary election to defect to another political party and still be substituted as candidates to participate in 2027 general elections. The court nullified the Electoral Act provisions that ordered for 21-day submission of register before primary elections and exempted primary elections for substitution of new candidates from the timeline. The court said fresh registers can be submitted and aspirants on it can contest the substitution election. 2. The court also nullified INEC revised timetable on primary election and said INEC can't force dates for internal party affairs on the political parties. Court nullified INEC decision to abridge the time within which political parties can submit the particulars of their nominated candidates. 4. Court nullified INEC powers to reduce the time for substitution of candidates. Court said INEC can't publish the final list of candidates outside the minimum 60-day timeline. 6. Court nullified INEC revised timetable for conduct of primary elections, submission of candidates, publication of particulars, substitution of candidates, and also the issue of 21 days register timeline. Justice M.J. Umar of the Federal High Court delivered this particular judgment. And what it entails is that candidates can now get back to other political party in as much as they did not contest for any position in, or they did not involve themselves in the primary of the other political party. So what it entails, likes of Similai Fubara who withdrew from the APC primaries can actually get to the NDC contest if he's now the flag bearer of the party, then he can now, dig it out in the general election with Okechinda. At this time, the remarkable fact, this is a news that is, remarkable, and supporters and indigenes are actually looking at it as a variable plan, because they plan to send all the APC candidates who lost their re-election primaries to the opposition parties. Their plans is to use court cases to destabilize opposition parties if they don't have their way to secure the ticket in the opposition. So this is exactly what is actually playing out. The furtherance is an interesting information for those who have lost out in the expression of interest form and nomination. It is now a chance of those who were disenfranchised to get back to other political party contest and get back to their feet, so that their political hopes or probably their political goals cannot be dashed out. And at this time, this is exactly what is happening. On the part of Nyesom Wike, clearly telling Similayo Fubara that if he dares to decamp to other political party, then his impeachment is viable. At this time, remember, Similayo Fubara has from now till 2027, 29th May to vacate the seat if he does not get to other political party or if he does not get to the seats. So the Martin Amehule Assembly is also loyal to Nyesom Wike. So if there is any room for decamping, or the Similayo Fubara's brother as a holder of the ticket giving it to Similayo Fubara and all of that, then they might move with the interest of getting him impeached. So this might be a disaster under his political career. That is the more reason why he has decided to withdraw and remain calm. If this is your first time meeting the channel, do it of turning the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and click on the like button so always get information promptly when we drop them here. What is your take regarding everything that has been expressed, and what is your view? What is your advice to Similayo Fubara at this time, and what is your take and your own opinion, expression regarding what Nyesom Wike's camp has actually dished out as a dare warning to Similayo Fubara? Thanks for watching. Express your view in the comment section. See you in my next video.